Um, hey everyone, so I'm just like making this video to talk about um how can I say painting and the shading and all that stuff. So this video is not like a full guide for everything. I'm making like different ways I found about that I found to paint, color and shade through the years, like watching some videos and talking with other artists. So I just would want to make this simple guide showing like everything that I know it's possible. So you can see what you like more and maybe go from there, like search about it or just try um, getting to understand on your own. So first one I will make this like kind of like this. Okay. So the first one I wanna talk about is using the gradient, and you can make a layer with gradient. Go the three dots here. The third option is the correction layer. Last one it's degradé. When you make the degradé, it will apply on all layers below. So what you can do is you can set with the linking thing, so it will only apply to the layer below, or you can like select like a mask and manually select where you want it to apply. Um, so how do you use this? The colors will set like double clicking on the panel here. There are some pre-made ones that you can mess around. You can also make your own. Like you here set what you want the middle color to be and select here what you want. You can also use the the color selector here. Let's make this one. So I will select this one. I give OK. So it won't change. So you can see it like it changed the color, but didn't make too much. Why? Because the middle color, like kind of I'll set it like to a 43 volume, so it's kind of around like kind of here. So this is the main color right now from the circle. So what you gonna do? One thing, so what I like to do is usually always make a backup layer just to save here. And on this one, I will make all the shading I want. I will pick the color and use the brush like, and I will start shading. Like, oh, I want like here to be darker, and want here to be a little brighter. No, like just can make like on different layers too. Like on one you will only do the shading, on the other you want to do the lighting. It's like your choice, your pick. Like I think it's I'll have some advantages. Like if you do everything on one layer, it's nice if you want to like train to improve speed. At least I feel like it. But I like to do it. What I like to do, I usually just hold on. I will pick the main color here, and I will do only the shading, like the lighter, let's say lighter shading first. So this one like, oh, I'm gonna do the basic shading first, and then I will adding layers like I want the dark one here, you know. I like to at least have the darker one separately because I have a little harder time sometimes to actually keep it at the end of the color, you know, the coloring. And sometimes I lose the darker shading because I didn't pay attention, you know. So I like to have it like on a separate layer here, so I know where is it gonna be. And then with the other one, like I will start blending and you know same stuff like usually do, but with grayscale, uh, whatever. Like and I don't know the lighting here. So this is one of the ways I found out to color. You know, use the gradient. I found it's nice to use for like big projects. You know, um, but you're gonna have to like mess around to understand like if you like it or not. I found it can be a little hard to use if you have too much small details that you will have to add later, you know, because you can't like put everything in one. Like, let's say this is a t-shirt and it also has a pocket, you know, but the pocket for some reason is like another color, you know, and now you will have to make the pocket separately and shade it on its own. And let's say you have like more pockets, have some drawings, you know. So if you had too much details, maybe it wouldn't find it better to just make it um, each one separately from the start instead of using grading, the gradient, you know. Um, so this is one way. I actually really like using this. I don't really mind actually making the details after. I'm kind of got used to already, so it's not a big deal. So next one is just like you also make the grayscale. Oh, hold on, let me. But it's a little different this time. With the grayscale, we will usually pick a like white color, make it multiply, and on top of that, you use the not fully dark, but kind of almost there, and you will make the shading using the multiply feature, and you will like make this separately from the drawing, so you will have the drawing in one with the actual colors you already want, the base colors, and a second layer with a copy of the drawing, but you will like color, you shade this one, you know, and you and then you apply to it later. And after applying, you can make a few things. First thing you can do is like is control U. You can like change the matrix, and another thing I see people it's go on. I think it's donor editing, donor correction, and you will want to color balance. So with this one, you can like select the colors better than the other one. The other one's more like if you already have the color like stronger. So I think this one's better. I hold on. Oh, you can't see the. Okay, hold on. Um, how can I? I can't. Okay, hold on. It's not showing. So okay, so I will just go on edit. It will open a page. Like, let me demonstrate. Edit. It will open the page. Okay, open the page. Like testing, and we'll have the all the options, and we'll have done a correction. Like here, correction, and we press it. We will open another tab. Hold on, let me see. And on that one, you will go on color balance. And this will open a page if like for you to pick the colors, we have all three from cyan to red. And let me just do a second check. Cyan to red, we have magenta green, yellow to blue, and with this one you can actually change the the shading color from gray to whatever color you think fits the most. Or you can use the like gradient again, just put it like on top of it, you know, and it will work like just fine, like the same as the other. But so you can like pick whatever you prefer. You can go like layer by layer. You can go like on this one, like everything on one layer with multiply. It's your choice. Um, other choice, it's just like going to be just picking a color and like let's say it's I don't know like say an alien with I don't know blue skin, and just um I want like a shading, like the yellow is kind of yellow, so it's kind of green here, and I want the I don't know the shade will be like kind of purple, so you just like will pick the actual colors you want and just shade it. Again, you can make a copy and do everything on a second layer, or you can do all in one layer. It's faster if you do everything in one, but you have the risk of losing um, some uh, um, like if you mess up, you can't like go back easily. You will have to like repaint everything and see again everything. And again, it's nice if you want to like train to be a little faster, but if you actually want to make it like look nice and make it like for someone, you want to make it on different layers so you can easily change later. And I think the last one be like also with the gray, but instead of making the shadings, you will just uh, make everything on one layer, and on like another layer, we will pick the color you actually want. Like I want like kind of kind of a green on the middle, and I will change the layer type, until I found what I think it gets closer from what I want. So I want this like darker, or brighter, just go changing. You don't need to be afraid of like using the layer types. And it's here to actually help you, don't need to be like, oh, it's cheating and I'm not learning. uh each person, like, you can use everything at your disposal to understand how to draw and change the colors and do it better, as long as you are doing it yourself. um some colors here is like you wouldn't like get easily from like just messing around, so it does help a lot. It's like cuts you like a long um search. So I think it's how the ways I like color. And so just to recap, um the gradient with like different layers for the painting and the shading, um a separate layer with the shading using multiply, and you can change it by the edit and change the tonal correction, balance colors, or you can again use the degradé on that layer. Next one is just paint the base color and use like color theory to actually do the shading using the colors, already. Um, you can like always, how can I say? Um, I think everything has like its advantage, and making like everything the color you already want and go all in, or make it grayscale first, and oh yeah, the last one, just making it the base color being grayscale, and you paint over using change the layers after the layer type. So going back, I think like every way it's like okay, so for you to you have to find the way you found most comfortable. I hope you find interesting any of this. You can maybe search more about it in a guide later, or just go all in and try to understand on your own way. Each person like um, learns different, so maybe for you it's better just you trying out all by yourself. Maybe it's better for you just watch a video. And I think that's how I wanted to do this one. It's supposed to be just a basics of like ways, to color and shading. So I don't know if you guys will want anything layers. I hope, like, if you want, like, just leave in the comments. I can like talk about whatever. So see you guys later, and bye bye.